Sior in Llandudno. We've been a platinum eco school for many years, and we're worried about the effects that climate change and plastic pollution have on the planet.
Our school is pretty unique. We're the only school in Wales allowed to sell eggs in shops. And last year, our 150 hens laid their 100,000th egg.
We've invested this money from selling eggs into similar projects, and now we have an apiary of 14 beehives. That's almost 7 million bees in the school.
Our school grounds are a haven for wildlife, and we have recorded 142 species of moth on our school grounds.
We use apples from our orchard to make our own chutney. Everything we make is sold locally, so it's reducing our carbon footprint.
Our school goldfish has been replaced by chameleons, monitor lizards, tortoises, geckos of every variety, and exotic frogs the size of saucers.
Our school prospectus says we should all have the skills and knowledge to become responsible, active citizens, and the next generation of Greta Thunbergs, Yola Williamses, and David Attenboroughs.
So plastic, what about it? One of the biggest problems is that plastic takes so long to break down. A paper towel can take 2 weeks, and alcohol can take the month. Plastic takes much longer.
For example, if you threw away a plastic bottle, scientists predict it would take more than 4 times your lifetime for it to fully decompose.
This is not okay. Most people think that climate change is more important than plastic pollution, but they are both connected and can both affect our world.
Humanity's plastic footprint is very more dangerous than its carbon footprint, said Captain Charles Moore, who in 1997 discovered the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, which is 70 times the size of Wales.
People are beginning to understand how plastic pollution is changing the world, but we need to do a lot more work if we are going to stop it from getting any worse.
At our school we have 14 beehives, and we're taking part in a study to find out if our bees and the pollen they collect are contaminated by microplastics.
We say our honey is completely pure and organic, but how can we be sure of this if the water we drink isn't even safe from microplastics?
2 weeks ago, we collected some honey, pollen and wax to send them off to the University of Coventry to be tested to see if they are contaminated by microplastics.
We're still waiting for the results and are hoping they'll be good. But we will not be surprised if there are microplastics contaminating our bees. Microplastics are everywhere.
We are so passionate about helping our bees, because if they go extinct, after a few years, we will too.
Collectively, bees fly about 50,000 miles just to make half a kilogram of honey. That's the length of almost 2.5 trips around the world.
Worker bees can only live for 6 weeks in the summer, so if we cause less to be born, we could cause them to go extinct too.
Last year, our bees raised a total of 48 kilograms of honey. And this year, the total has dropped down to 33 kilograms in weight. Could this show that human impact is having a bigger effect than we thought?
Plastic pollution is one of the biggest concerns facing our generation, our oceans, and our planet. It is in almost everything we use and will remain long after our lifetime.
Did you know that as much as 12 million tonnes of plastic gets dumped into our ocean every year?
That's the same as dumping 9 million cars into the sea.
What is our school doing to help?
In the lockdown at the start of 2021, our class collected all the single-use plastics in our homes and made them into eco-bricks.
Eco-bricks are plastic bottles stuffed with single-use plastic. Making an eco-brick saves a lot more plastic from going into landfill, and they're really strong and sturdy.
Ysgol and Sior are planning to use these eco-bricks to make a feature wall outside the Year 5 classroom.
If a lot of people make these eco-bricks, it'll save more plastic than you would expect.
Another way our school has been saving plastic is, before the pandemic, we had a plastic-free Friday once a week.
1 million plastic bottles are bought every minute. Do we really need so much plastic packaging? And if we don't, what can we use instead?
Why do we use plastic packaging when we can put our food in an airtight container or use the fridges we all have? Our school has helped solve this problem by making reusable wax wraps out of our beeswax.
Half a century ago, plastic was barely used, and now it's taken over the world. 381 million tonnes of plastic gets produced every year. Why do we need this much?
What are you doing to help? If everyone makes small steps, like using less single-use plastics, it will make a big difference. Our pledge as a school is that we will not be using single-use plastic bottles or plastic bags. We have reduced our waste by 90%, and this is through recycling. Want to see what we do? Then why not visit us? We can all make a difference, every one of us.
We can all make a difference, every one of us.
We can all make a difference, every one of us.
We can all make a difference, every one of us.
We can all make a difference, every one of us.
We can all make a difference, every one of us.
We can all make a difference, every one of us.